Welcome to Dungeon Master. And why do I sound like the Emperor? Should I subscribe to this? Of course I will. Of course I will. This will remind me to subscribe throughout. Sorry, I'm trying to read the words secret plans to the Empire's ultimate weapon. This sounds like it's guilty of something else here. And when did I get my lantern in time to land right smack dab? Technical difficulties. There, we have the mirror lamp on a lasso. Right then we went to commercial. It was strange. It was like we went to warp space and then to commercial. It does really not trip me up too much. The escape of the button. Now, if we look over here, we've been here before, but never in this fate have we been bent so far into the seemingness. Okay, this is starting to look familiar. There are allies and interests on the game that we must blister through, as Dungeon Master has given me full reign over another dungeon that we must perfect. We didn't have far to go, but this isn't gonna be easy. It's two-dimensional, but beyond the two dimensions. This is cool. I think they deserve some kind of medal for making it seem so easy what took me hours on end to figure out. We're already time spent hours ahead of where we need to be. I think we're gonna be okay. We have about a half an hour of laying low on Dungeon Master just so these unforgettable movie efforts are made to get you through where you need to go in Dungeon Master, which this is the ultimate space dungeon. I mean, come on now. We've seen some space dungeons. And this has got the space dungeon written all over it with that anti-gravity. You saw that. Look at him take a whelper on a Corsac so easily. I didn't see how he whelped the two Brayish converters into their own stead. But that none can come before the testament of time. In the cursory of all imagery shall rise a devil so big that it will encapsulate the whole side of the western slope. Todd Braley's making a horror movie. Yep. He's making a horror movie called Shadows of the Night that looks like it might be just as scary, if not scarier than some of my own. I'm sure it's scary, but he's going all out. He's making it the Grand Junction horror film to remember. And I'm thinking, well, we normally don't bring that up in Dungeon Master because most of our players are out of Waukegan and Minnesota. And we got so many high north players that are trapped inside all the time from being snowy out. So they just play AD&D, and we got them through the space dungeon, man. But we got a lot of nerve to say that we're not as excited about a Todd Brady movie because he's excited. The whole world over is excited. And I think even though Dungeon Master is on its own level, we got to remember there's other filmmakers too that matter. And if we remember the other filmmakers that matter, then we'll have just as good a time getting our bootleg of Star Wars right. Because that's good karma. Because this isn't really a bootleg, this is more like the cartoon that I wanted to show you called Full Walkthrough Star Wars. And it doesn't go on forever, trust me. It's situated to get us through a prowl, but not through a larger prowl than we have to, because this guy's already running fast. These caves are difficult. You I see beyond the pallor of the moon bent. Do I turn fortunate shade upon Mitharam? And is the focus of this... Oh, insert tape B. Sorry, I was just thinking, Merlin, if I shoot through these full sacks of lunch, will I even see the bonus missions before me on another plan to somehow make this the king of short films somehow? Guard this up as somehow likelihood of short film bliss that we're having with these walkthroughs and that. I'm gonna shoot down that sand person and he's gonna blow. One of these things. I'm just shooting everybody with my laser, Watch out, here come my laser. Wow, that was a long fall. I think I'll be okay. I've got a few extra lives up here. We're okay. It's a lantern torch. It does get closer, but it looks at weird angles, and that was too much energy in one colluding space. Out the window here. I see a window. Didn't Bill Gates make windows so we could do this? Isn't this a window? A YouTube window. What do we do with the YouTube window besides watch all these amazing video game techniques come to a hedge? Oh, that was really good. We just made it, left that place in total squire. We're checking over here, though, to see what's out on the road. We're cruising around. This is space, and we're the dudes from Chips, and we're Ricka Sabotage. We're going down the cruiser lane. Alright, well, let's see if we can blow this up. This is rebellion. I just think none of these sand people are really... It's not even the plot of the movie, but it's cool. I like when it's not the plot of the movie. I think that's cool. It tells you other stories that they went on to become the great Jedis they are now. And some of it's even in the movie too, I swear. But maybe not in the full version we see, because the full version we see is probably an hour longer and probably has this whole citywide streak of video game magic on its own, pretending it's beside me. Oh, sorry, Dungeon Master. I hope you realize this, but the bard has been stuck in, and I know it's a commercial that had lots of cool stuff in it. Come on now, that's cool. That's like conflagration of evil right there. Conflagration of evil. I almost want to film the commercial, but by Void Rot. It looks awesome, dude. Alright, we're back in the saddle again. Welcome. It's 9 News Radio on your monitor, and we just want you to know it's a pleasant day to drive around a cruiser and fight sand people in their organization. I hope one day you all find a cheerier way of going about life than shooting slugs down in a cave. And I know you have to shoot them so they don't bite you, and that's one thing that's noble about you, is you shoot them so they don't bite you. And really, I see that as kind of a positive thing in this world, that you're really able to do that. And that would be a good skill to have in a post-apocalyptic mission, you know.
Well, I just am back from being on the other end of this game, and I don't think we can afford to lose a minute. We can't afford to lose a minute. So, usually rot at this time that I am to let the masses out there playing Dungeon Master to ascend to the next step. We're going through on a short these short films are delicate. They don't just come about, they don't just say, hello, we're done. But they know they're not going for the full feature, which already angers the rock people so much, because the rock people had a hard enough time finding all their footage on the planet Tatooine. You know, I mean, that's why they're mad, is they lost the camera. And I don't really think that we can really lean back and just let the camera take what it takes, but this is kind of a cool monitor because it looks like it's
movie version or the cartoon in general when it looks like this, and we all cheer 3 times when it looks as punked out as we can possibly make it, and the rest of the time we dangle in meditation over the illusory broken of where the video is playing and everything else is still, not still. It's still, but it's not still. I killed a sand person. How do I feel now about life? Kill another sand person? Oh, that's how they sound when they get blown up. Sorry, I don't like those distractions to normal military base that I had to do as a kid. And all I wanted to do is get these droids across town, and I haven't even met Obi-Wan Kenobi yet. Can you believe that shit, isn't it? Here we are, beginning of the movie. We meet Obi-Wan Senior to the nest. Come on now. These have to be written in adventures. Quoth the Bard. See, the Bard is getting real mixed up in this, dude, because he was like, we're making this alien movie and that alien movie, and we're going to have these creatures and those creatures. And then it turns out to be Star Wars is an alien movie. We're like, what? Star Wars is an alien movie, but all those aliens look like they're people and shit and have languages. So he is a civil rights activist for the aliens. Because really only George Lucas gives voice to aliens the way they really would talk. If that's how they talked, and that's just a what if, because we don't pry into other people's private affairs. They can have whatever belief registered to them as they want, as theirs and provable by me in some way, because I'm going to. And I get around, get around, I get around. Get around, oh, I get around. But why can't we handle it soother in the microwave response of Obi-Wan's meeting the Force? If you are to come with me to Alderaan, come with me to Alderaan. We're there, dude. We got Obi-Wan in the cave. Yeah, we're cruising. If I need to fire a bullet up this cave's butt, I'm gonna do it. I swear, I'm getting mad. Whoa, dissipate. Hey, I don't think those guys back there shooting really wanted us around, bro. We're just gonna skip through that. I'm not gonna report them or anything. They were shooting right at me. Alright, well, be that as it may, that you can change characters all of a sudden, doesn't mean you're anywhere near through the thrill of this game yet. And I just want you to know that there is no other journey like this to the spots complete of all the things we've learned from cartoon video games. But now we're at Mos Eisley. Mos Eisley is about as rampant vagrants of tomorrow's Looky Ducks passage to the Alderaan system. That was Han Solo, by the way. So they met Obi-Wan, so now they get to meet Han Solo. And I like playing as Han Solo because he busts out a photon torch, and this guy's got the frickin' lightsaber, so he just busts crap through these guys. Like, you gotta just make sure you clean up the whole bar around the outside. It's kind of a hard level. I remember this. Who doesn't remember Star Wars for NES? I remember it. And if this is even the one for Game Boy, it could be. We're not even sure where we're lost, but I see somewhere over there Shadows of the Empire, you know. Shadow of the Night, Shadow of the Empire. You know how we mentioned it's bad luck not to say something nice about our good friend's filmmaking theory about how he's going to scare us all. I think he won't admit that I scared him, but he's scary, dude. He always scares me, so there you go. But anyway, here we go. This guy has got his lightsaber out, and he's just plucking them away, dude. He's just smacking them down. He's just full-on throny, cojones, is Mahoney, and I don't really see how this could. Well, we could cycle in a bit, get a little more cartoony on the loony cartoony. We don't get the we get a better feeling about the movie from this perspective. In fact, now we want to go on. Now we're challenged to go on and see more of the interesting level ahead. Now that sounds like a manner that has been scorned and reprimanded once already. And scorned and reprimanded we remain on the neck of the battle gear that will battle flare us through every swing in every battle, with all of these disgusting stormtroopers lagging around the spaceport at Moss Eastley. And if I'm gonna blow the ship, I'm gonna blow it from here, cause that laser hurt though. It's a good thing I got the extra lives. I don't know that my scorn will ever reach the level it needs to on the fact that that's ever been repeated. That is the one thing I liked about Veggie Tales, is the pirates who don't do anything, because they're actually the pirates who do everything. And then there's the Chronic of Narnia, which is about the same story, because the Chronicles of Narnia. It's the Chronicles of Narnia. We all know that song is about Narnia, but come on now, these other adventures besides the great wars of the Evening Tide June stalls, Evening Tide June wars, what it's been changed to now is the Tale of the Last Chrysanthemum in Space, perhaps. It keeps getting renamed by its maker, and I tried to tell him he didn't have to remake it again and rename it again. And he's going on a big renaming of the whole thing, so I think it's great, whatever you want to do with your career. It's not a waste. Look at how good we're navigating through an asteroid belt. We would need that skill if we were flying through space, and now we've taken a lot of asteroids right up the keister, but we're going to keep flying in the ski-like pattern that keeps us afloat. And wow, that was cool. We just made it through an asteroid belt, everybody. Yeah, high five! High five. And it's a cute puppy and a cute kitty, and we're all good. Life is good, hang on. Well, that's a cute puppy. Yeah, it swims to save lives. But now we're landed on the Death Star temporarily. Now that doesn't make me feel too much better. And why he's still using Luke as the main character, I don't know. We couldn't trick him into anybody else, and really that lightsaber is pretty deadly, don't you think? And we're back, and we're aboard the Death Star. Dungeon Master, you having feelings? Oh, I've been aboard this thing so many times. If I could even tell you how the abstract use of high gravity in this situation is really abounding me through decades of tedium, overlay of codes and generic mimes and things that you would not believe worked in the video game realm. One time I even hit a Dota knot with a twice tally, and the whole thing went haywire, but now it's fine because we have only the sturdiest stock of digital wiring and digital casing and digital codes in the digital medium of the microchip that spreads the digital medium. And that was what it all meant, is that the microchip runs it, and we have the finest of those. So let's build a robot, for instance. I don't think we're really gonna run into any trouble on this legit, and I won't quit. Alright, here we go, through the Death Star. If you haven't been paying attention, this is the best way through. You're gonna need a walkthrough just for this walkthrough. The Dungeon Master does provide walkthroughs to some of your favorite games, but not the full walkthrough. I'm banking we get this full walkthrough. What do you bank? Except the last minute of it? No, we gotta see the last minute of it. We'll even we'll even show some of these other games if we have to. I mean, we're getting that tense with our Star Wars fanaticism here. So let me tell you what I was going to shake down about the simple fact that we're aboard this lovely spacecraft and we take these journeys through these elevators up to have adventures, to jump across large pits of eternity's falls that would take you into a sort of depth of yourself because you'd be looking at yourself through a giant tube, through a giant hole, in a giant wall, if you ever fell down one of those. But nobody really says what'll end up crushed about you if you fall through a hole, like that just happened. Oh, so now he's got to be Han Solo. Right, to split up the mission. Now all of a sudden distract us with your Han Solo-ness. Like he can climb ladders better. Well, I'll tell you, if he shoots another laser at that thing, it's gonna blow. And it blew. I happen to know how many to count for him to blow that whole shield. And best one of 5 Hans. Maybe this will take us further than we've ever been before into the Star Wars universe that has helped us lead the way through the gaming amounting of it all. And we're going on 2 dimension to show how entertaining 2 dimension is, and this is the edge of 2 dimension, baby. And you know it gives you nostalgia for the way all great games once promulgated around the throne factory of now what everyone must rush out and find as a copy of this game, even though it's getting so close to far away and far away so close. And I just don't know how to describe it any other way. I mean, I'd be already thriving to say, let's, get it down to package size and make it a short film, And I'm like, well, heck, that doesn't mean the film is over. I mean, just because it's a short film and he's at the Death Star doesn't mean he can't take out a few more stormtroopers, pick up a few more orbs, ride another high-powered, high-gravity elevator to ride another one, and that he's off of it. He's going to be on a conveyor belt fighting these Dark Lord type of stormtroopers and these robots on the ground. I can't believe he fights them. Run, Luke, run. Fight, Luke. Fight the aliens. Fight the robots that are built by aliens. And that aliens can build robots. We're all in trouble. So he was having a good time while having his high gravity expulsion into the sky. Run, Luke. Jump. Jump with all your might, Luke. Alright, I did, and I'm on a ladder, and this is cool. They build these places really hard to get through, but I'm bouncing along, man. Just bouncing by. Yeah, I think I'll make that look easy, too. Oh, I got that. I'm not stopping to disable the robots unless I have to. What an incredible smell you've discovered. Let's get out of here. Well, did I predict a commercial? As much as we need to go there to Lowe's and get paper towels. Okay, where were we? That I don't remember this part of the Vestal game. Yes, I don't remember any of this. I think we should be Leia as randomly as all that is. Leia? Oh, look at him melt one of those skeleton droids down. Wait, you have to take everybody through the same thing you've been through? This could be sharp. Use your reflexes keenly. And if you make it through this bunch of have to grow, remember, this is the Star Wars of the original. Although it wasn't the first video game to come out when that movie was out, granted. But you have to admit it reminds you totally chiefly of that movie only, right? Of course, yes, we all agree. Just with a few of the old video game adherences to that time of the 90s when everything was actually coming out for the first time around the world. And now that he's flying through a scissor core of reactions, and he's going up this hillside of bliss that it's Luke again, I can't be ashamed. I can't be ashamed. And I'm gonna look on this river view of the mindful dissonance in epic according. And that's cool because, man, we said we could do this, and we're gonna do this if we have to, man. And I don't know. I still got a ways to bedazzle you. And I think that we shouldn't give up so soon, cause it's a short film. But how short it gotta be? Now, we did beat an asteroid field at this. We're gonna have to fight a bunch of TIE fighters. It's Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. We're getting very near the end. I don't know if we can make it to the end. I mean, these guys say it's got a bluff of 6 minutes. And I'm like, well, with 2 commercials, that'll be like 7 minutes. So Dungeon Master's gonna have to see if they can be on borrowed time here, because whoa, Dungeon Master's getting hit by a TIE fighter. Somebody take care of that. Boom, I got hit again. Dungeon Master getting hit.
I can handle it. I'll fly the Millennium Falcon across the universe, and then I'll Jaguru Deva, which is code for blast all the TIE fighters out of the sky bridges. We're gonna take this school to the whale. We're gonna force over the emphasis of the diagrammatic soothingness of this shape as we thrust a bomb every TIE fighter in the frickin' sky with this thing. Oh, sorry, I was getting a little dramatic back there, but I felt we were running out of TIE fighters. Oh, we've been hit drastic. I have a headache. Does anyone have any aspirin? I felt it on that last one, when they actually hit me with a few laser beams. And I thought I would never have to torpedo another TIE fighter again, but now I'm just blowing them up where they very first start, where they very first come in my range of seeing them to toast. I'll ream through them like I am now, before they even get pop a shot off. Don't you dare, TIE fighters, pop a shot off at me. I don't know, they were saying like it's a 5-minute blaster to the end, bro.
5-minute blaster to the end? I have a feeling they're gonna do something else but linger by the headlight of my lamp. See? We're being flung toward the Death Star, and now we're back on foot. Right when you said we'd be lingering in space the whole frickin' time, and now it's time to go blow up the Death Star. So, if you can do like that in the old school game, but this time it's kind of an RPG, right? Because Dungeon Master's an RPG, and we've got to keep track of characters, who we're playing, and which characters we're playing in each 2D adventure. That the character in the game is usually us, represented as Dungeon Master would play the game, but only as seen as what is actually happening, and through a character who's very good at the game, and that's how we're going to kind of compile it in our minds for now, because now we're back in the turret of a very powerful Jedi craft rebellion ship. And we're mowing down TIE fighters again. We're mowing down TIE fighters again. Well, we've never been a shooting like we've really been a rooting. Yes, we're mowing down the TIE fighter. Oh, that's gonna give me a beanie. Hey, Dungeon Master, you still in there, bro? I'm gonna go down here and check. There's all these ships just flying by shooting at me, but I'm in a drone right now. I mean, I'm not in the drone. I sent the drone, bro. I sent the droids to fight. And they're using their AI to summate where the enemy is and blow them up. Now, I gotta tell you, if we get in closer to that Death Star, do you expect me to just off the bat wall one in and somehow blow the place? Well, give me a frickin' blister, because I can barely tap fast enough to blow up all these TIE fighters, and I love this drone. If it even gets hurt and it keeps getting shot at, then I'm going to have to take back a hurt drone, and that's going to cost me an arm and a leg. But you know what? We can beat the game by renting drones and flying them to the ferret lands where we blow like a cork. Oh, well, it looks like we'll be having TIE fighters tonight for dinner. And then they'd be like, well, where are you? Fall on where I'm at. I am where I'm at, and that's... Yeah, there's not much time to cover what's going to happen next. And I don't even know if between these TIE fighter battles we'll have the battens to the hook to fall off the corner. Oh, that's going to hurt. Well, we blew the cork. Hang on. Oh, here we go. Straight up the middle. Here we go. Final mission. Star Wars Final Mission. Star Wars Final Mission. Star Wars Final. The music just doesn't match. I mean, the music back here is like folk ballads and Into the World shiznit and all this falling apart of all the decency of humanity, and that humanity is so indecent because of the crimes beset against humanities. And then this guy flying in here, and we're getting close, and we're like, yeah, well, is he gonna pop the right spot and end up blowing this place? Because, oh, it's getting blown. Did he get out of there in time? Oh, they're all giving him Hall of Duty into the game type stuff. I knew we'd see a better tomorrow. I knew we'd see a bright and shiny day. I knew this world would give credit to the real heroes that are the heroes everywhere, like me, and I think that we're all Dungeon Masters deep down. We all get a Dungeon Master guild space. Well, we don't all get those. And we don't all go for the most complete of all Dungeon Masters to be. And that this just is one stop of Dungeon 82. And this game came out in 1992, which really meant it should have been Game 92. But there's a game every year since the beginning of the last century, believe it or not. Or otherwise we wouldn't have 100 games to buy in that. 100% completion. 100% a frickin' plus, everybody. And they didn't even do end credits. It was so wild how I did that game in such short time. And I must now say that the Dungeon Master has seen things he would have never seen otherwise. And for this, I must lapse over the controls to some other tomorrow, some other union of time and effort, and all the codes in the universe have gotten through us. We must go now. To die, to sleep, to sleep.